All right. So, what do you think about Tesla, Pri?
I, I drive one.
Okay. What do you think about the stock with S&P 500 inclusion?
Well, I was wondering who Tesla's going to be replacing, and have they said anything more on that?
Oh no, I don't care about that.
Well,
I mean,
my speculation is if Tesla is buying out a company that is in the S&P 500, or that they're potentially merging with one that is, explaining why there is 30 days between when they're going to be entering from the announcement
oh
versus
no,
the
no, no, no.
standard.
That's not the case. That's not the
I know
case.
you think it's not, but I think it's weird. There was a typo with CNBC, and it was a typo that said Tesla will be announcing.
Oh, well, you
they
sound
will be
like a
replacing.
conspiracy theorist.
Well,
So I'm not a conspiracy theorist. So they are giving like a month because they don't know how the hell to deal with it. It's like it's got
they want
460 billion market cap.
I mean, I realize that
So
that's the people excuse.
no, it's not. It's
It
true.
is. I mean, one, I think they want to make sure Elon Musk isn't going to mess it up. I mean, he sabotages everything else every time anything good is going to happen. Oh, going private at 420, or that he's not.
But that
gonna
was in
go-
August of 18. I mean, this is like
There's been multiple incidents since then. Our stock is overvalued. I mean, if I could put all the quotes of things that the man has said over the last 2 years to deliberately drive down the price of the shares so that they can buy more and gain more control.
okay, no, yeah, I'm not worried about Elon Musk. My biggest worry right now is, of course, the first thing that came to my mind is whether S&P 500 is going to say, you know what, the stock is shooting up too high. We don't want to include it in S&P 500. But I don't think that's going to happen, because if that happens and they recant the inclusion of Tesla into S&P 500, then they're going to have tons and tons of shareholder lawsuits on their
They
hands.
will.
Oh,
I
they
mean,
will.
it'll be just the same as the 420.
Oh yeah, they're gonna go down the tube
You can't say
fast.
that.
So that possibility is totally eliminated off the
Well,
table.
and then the other factor, I mean, it might just be Corona. I mean, we get Corona excuse for everything. It's like they sent me the wrong font on something I ordered, and then they said, "Well, due to COVID-19." What the heck does COVID-19 have to do with the font on an image? It has nothing to do with it. But
yeah.
if the general due process cannot take place right now because everyone is remote or whatever it may be, that could also be a factor. Throw in Thanksgiving, throw in Christmas. No. That could be the reason that they've expanded the time.
COVID, how is COVID gonna preclude Tesla from inclusion in S&P 500?
I'm not saying it's gonna. I'm saying that's the reason they've asked for this 30 days.
No, the reason is they have clearly stated the reason.
Stated?
S&P 500 selection committee or whatever. I don't know. The obvious reason
Electric
is just a freaking.
I know, but that is not where this is coming from.
No, I don't read electric too much. I mean, I read Papa Fox at Tesla Motor Club. That's what I read every evening. And I read Gary Black, the fellow on Twitter.
Yes.
He's pretty cool. And there's a fellow JE Market Research. He's pretty good with stock. So there's a bunch of fellows I read.
Mark B. Spiegel.
Yeah, Mark Spiegel is my art favorite. No, the guy, I blocked him or he's blocked me or something along those lines. So
he follows me.
So the obvious reason why they are giving like a month time is because they want by November 30th, they are seeking advice from the investment community whether to include Tesla in two separate tranches. And the first tranche, I hope I'm pronouncing
Who would
it right.
give that advice?
Oh, anybody. I mean, you could. You are an investor in Tesla.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't think that that's wise, because how do you include part of it's not like I'm going to send over part of my business.
I know it beats me. I mean, that sounds nonsense to me.
How do you divide that pie?
Okay,
That
so
that's bogus.
well,
I
there's
don't
money
buy
to be
that.
made. There's money to be made. There's tons and tons and tons of money to be made. So,
So you've been saying.
well, it's happening. I mean, it's like,
I know
I
it.
mean, everybody's making money who's long Tesla. Why would you not make money? It's like shooting fish in a barrel. It's like freaking Volkswagen, Porsche back in September, October of 2018. So they're gonna have to. I mean, I've read they're gonna have to buy like 16% of the Tesla float, and Tesla, the bigger the market cap gets, the more the index funds will have to buy. And there's like what, $11 trillion or some astoundingly large number. So I'm a simple fellow. I don't like worry about the specific numbers. But the bottom line is Tesla stock is going much higher between now and probably 21st of December. So more likely than not, they're gonna decide that they wanna act. They wanna add Tesla in two separate editions, and the first is probably gonna be on. Okay, well, let's get going pretty soon. First is gonna be on 14th of December morning, and the second one is gonna morning or close. I don't know. And the second one is gonna be on the opening of 21st. And I have sought to clarify this, and I'm gonna watch some of the Tesla daily podcasts and YouTube videos and try to figure out. Sounds like from what JE Market Research gentleman told me that they're gonna add Tesla as of close of Friday the 18th, but officially it'll be added at the open on Monday the 21st. So here's what's gonna happen. Based on my chart reading, I think Tesla is probably headed very conservatively. I'm in the middle of something, so give me 5 minutes.
Who is it?
I don't know. So one Daniel. So it's you can take care of it. So it's probably headed to $700 conservatively, and this is just my opinion. This is not advice. Do not take this as advice. Do not act on it. So, and I think there is a very high probability that we're going to have a huge squeeze, and it could temporarily overshoot to about $800 a share. In rare circumstances, the stock could go as high as 960 or close to $1,000. I don't think it's going to happen, but who knows? So what happened in September, October, whichever, I'll have to refresh my memory and Google it. But I think it was in September, October of 2008 that Porsche surreptitiously bought a bunch of call options on Volkswagen, and it was wanting to acquire Volkswagen. And they kept on denying it initially, that they were not going to increase their stake. They had some stock, and then they increased their stake surreptitiously by buying call options. Then suddenly on one Sunday evening, in October, they announced that they have acquired, I think, high percentage, like 85% of outstanding float of Volkswagen. And the rest of the float was owned by Lower Saxony, which was some sort of a fund, public fund or something. And uh, the rest was sold short. So Volkswagen stock shot up. It shoots up over 2 days from 300 euros. Closes the first day. I think Monday is something like, you'll have to look it up, but like close to 500 euros or something like that. And the second day shoots to 1,000 euros. And then, of course, there's a huge pandemonium, and shorts are losing their shirts, and they don't know what the hell they're gonna do. So then Porsche releases some shares and liquidates some of the holdings, and then the stock plummets fast, goes down the tube. So I have always fantasized over the years. I've been trading Tesla since late 2013. And man, I've been through all the ups and downs, roller coaster, all kinds of roller coasters. So similar situation I've fantasized over the years that it could happen with short squeeze in Tesla, except that there are not too many shorts left. I mean, from what I read on Twitter, there's only probably 6% of Tesla float that is sold short. But it does not matter who has to buy it, the sheer mechanics. If you have a supply demand imbalance, it does not take a genius to figure out that the stock price is headed much, much higher, because everybody between now and December 21st open wants to own Tesla. Why would you not want to own Tesla when you know that there is going to be huge buying by anywhere from 4 to 11 trillion dollars? There's like indexing funds, and then there is like tracking funds, and all this is explained by very well by Rob Maurer of Tesla Daily, and then Dave, the guy with Tesla Motor Club, and tons of other people much more educated than I. They have done a much better job of explaining all this, so I'm not going to go into details. I'm a simple speculator, and all I want to do is I like making money. I mean, I don't care how I make it. I mean, as long as it's legal and in the stock market by speculation. So, what happened with me? Man, I got really screwed in Tesla over the last 3 months. So, I was long Tesla for the longest time. I lost like freaking 90% of my portfolio, and I kid you not, my portfolio went down 90% between December or January of 2018 till June of 2019. So if I had $1, it became like 10 cents, something like that. And then, no, maybe I'm exaggerating. Let me do the math. It was, okay, it went down 80%. So $1 became 20 cents. And then from 20 cents, it gone up huge, huge. Like I did really, really well till August 31st when the Tesla stock peaked. I'm looking at the chart. And I knew I should have listened to Brianna, because she was telling me that when the stock was splitting, you should sell. And like a fool, I did not sell. So I had like long term leaps, and I converted those leaps into common stock. And I thought I'm going to handle it. And I was on huge margin. I was carrying a huge position. This damn thing drops on September 8th or something and touches the 50-day moving average. And I get really, really worried. And one of the bad things about candlesticks is they can shake you out if you pay too much attention. If you pay too much attention intraday, if you pay too much attention to candlesticks. So, hi TTO7, I appreciate your trade ideas. I do have one question. Why do you utilize DITM if you use margin to buy twice as much of the share? Delta is about the same, right? Okay, so great question. So, and then George says they are doing the inclusion on December 21st during the normal rebalancing. Thank you, Gregory. Gregory, I'm sorry. Thank you for telling me that during the normal rebalancing. I'm going to do more research on it. So, coming to the question of why do I use DITM? I usually don't like using call options except for leverage. And so, what happened with me is I was on huge amount of margin and I could not handle it. I was looking at the downside and I said, oh my gosh, this thing is going to break the 50-day moving average and it's going to land to 200-day moving average, which at that point was at $180 a share. And I said, I'm gonna get wiped out. And man, I had made a ton of money. So I wanted to preserve my profits. And it's a bad story. I don't think I want to tell it. But anyway, I got out of Tesla, and I freaking lost 50% of my portfolio that one evening. Then I again, like a fool, I traded Zoom, which I should have stayed with Zoom. But then I went back into Tesla at $440 a share. And then I endured all the ups and downs, all the ups and downs. And I'm not making this up, I kid you not, until the day Tesla was included in S&P 500. That day. And I knew it. I knew I should have known better. I know everything about TA. I knew it was forming a wedge pattern. The volume was drying. textbook like ideal, dry up in volume. And there was going to be an upside breakdown. There's a seasonal pattern. Tesla is going to do much better in the last quarter. It was inevitable. But like a fool, I switched, sold all my Tesla last week, took a loss and major loss, and then put all my money in Apple stock. I did that. Then I come home that evening, and then one of the fellows texts me, "Oh, Tesla is shooting up after hours." I said, "Great, just got included in S&P 500." My gosh! So I was super depressed for whole hour, totally crushed. Now, I mean, I don't have that much reason to be depressed because at the end of the day, I'm doing very well, even after all these ups and downs, much better than I was. But you feel like an idiot. So then I think to myself, what can I do to remedy this situation? So I've got two options here. I can act like an idiot and say, you know what, I missed it. Tesla is up 13% after hours. I'm just not going to trade it. Or you think like a speculator that I am. I said, you know what the hell of a difference does it make to me if I sold a stock at $404 a share and I buy it back at $460 a share? As long as I'm making money, what difference does it make? So then I got this bright idea. So, oh yeah, I mean, I know that that was hard, the missing S&P after all. So, so I said, you know, the hell with it. I'm gonna, the stock is going to go up. Next morning, I liquidated my Apple in taxable account and I put everything into deep in the money January 2023 calls. It took me a long time to buy those calls. I probably bought hundreds and hundreds of calls. In my Roth IRA, I could not, there's good faith violation. If you sell, say, if I sold Tesla today and I bought Apple today, then I cannot sell Apple tomorrow. I have to wait till the settlement date, which is T plus 2 day. So that would be Monday. So I could not buy calls the same day. So in Roth, I had to wait another day, and which was fine. I waited another day, and then yesterday I went big, all time big. And my portfolio is doing amazingly well. I made more money than I could ever imagine because I went like freaking 100% calls. Now, do I have a temptation to make an extreme killing right now? I mean, yes, but I struggle with it and I keep that in check because to be a successful speculator, you don't want to try to make all your money on one trade. It's good if you do it, but you got to watch for your downside risk. What is the downside risk here? A black swan event could happen. What's the probability of the black swan event happening? Very low, probably 1% or low. What could go wrong? First of all, S&P 500 may say, you know what, guys, we were wrong. We included Tesla when it was like freaking $408, and now Tesla is at $800 or whatever the hell. We don't want to handle it, and they pull out. That's not going to happen. It's never happened. And those guys are going to get sued by by investors. Like, so that's not going to happen. That's off the table. Second black swan event could happen is that they go to Elon Musk and say, you know what, we need more freaking liquidity. So you do another secondary. Oh, do we got to go?
Yes.
Are we running late?
Yes.
Man, we are so short on time. It's unbelievable. Let's do part two of this video tomorrow.
You've already done 20 minutes of this
Okay.
part.
Okay. Okay, well, thank you, thank you. I appreciate it. So we're gonna do. Let me finish my thought. So the second black swan. Oh, she can wait. So black swan event is that they go to Elon and say, "Why don't you do another secondary?" And Elon Musk does a huge secondary. Man, that's gonna crush everybody. The third event, I don't know. There's something else could happen which I'm not smart enough to figure out. Let me do another video because this is a work in progress, and this is a time when fortunes are made. I mean, this 2020 has been so good to Tesla investors and speculators, and the best is yet to come. So, and I'm not like those idiots who just sit and theorize. I mean, I've got like my freaking money, her money in the market, and we deal with it every single day. We'll talk to you later, maybe tomorrow. This is my Tesla jacket that I got in Geneva. Didn't we buy it in Geneva? It was cool. Yes, we did. All right,
Yeah.
got to run. Bye.